Today on Dr. Phil.
I have one daughter and one loser of a son-in-law.
She's insulting.
You call him names and disrespect him.
He's a dumbass. He hasn't gained my respect.
You haven't gained my respect, and I don't call you dumbass.
She's obnoxious.
You actually have him programmed into your cell phone as dumbass. Yep. You did spell it wrong, by the way.
I know.
She's the most meddling mother-in-law.
Did you force these guys to sign a prenup?
Yep.
In Dr. Phil history.
I think he's a dumbass. He's a loser. He doesn't have a job. Do you have daughters, Dr. Phil?
I'll ask the question.
You ever keep your mouth shut
up, I'm
long
not
enough
talking to you.
Hold on a minute. This woman has an agenda to sabotage this marriage. He could become Mother Teresa and it wouldn't muzzle her. Let's do it. If we're going to do something here that matters, then we got to deal with the truth.
Have a good show, everybody. Here we go.
If I can help get this family back on track, are you willing to do that?
Ready, free. Take.
This is going to be a changing day in your life. Go, Dr. Phil. How are you? All right, how you doing? All right. Well, forget Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier or Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield. Today, we have a match of a different kind. In one corner, mother-in-law Khaloud. In the other corner, her son-in-law of 7 weeks, Steve. It is a battle of insults, and stuck in the middle is Khaloud's daughter, Fallon. Take a look.
My name's Fallon, and I'm getting married in 4.5 months to my fiance, Steve, and my mom hates him.
Khaloud can't stand the fact that I'm a paramedic firefighter because I don't pull a 6-figure income.
My mom compares money to love, and since Steve doesn't have a lot of money, she thinks he must not love me.
Khaloud calls me dumbass or ass and just shows me no respect.
I don't like being in the middle. I'm stuck, and I love them both, and I don't see it getting better. I see it getting worse.
I came all the way to Tennessee from Michigan to stop my daughter from marrying that dumbass Steven. He's a loser, and lazy, and he's only with her for the money. He works, what, a 3-day job? He thinks he's gonna be marrying Fallon. It's not gonna happen. I want my daughter Fallon back in Michigan. I know she misses me. My husband really misses her. That's his princess. And I want her back home. I don't like him. I hate thinking about him, to be honest with you. I get mean. So, you guys know what I'm here for?
We're actually doing wedding planning, so
I don't know why. There'll be no wedding.
Khaloud is kind of like a set of wind-up teeth that's just gonna keep on running its mouth until you put your hand physically on it to quiet it down.
I think you should go get my luggage and take it upstairs. I know you will, actually. I'm not gonna repeat myself. Move the damn luggage right now. Let's go.
I've been dealing with Khaloud for 5 years, and now I'm ready to push back. Here's your luggage.
I came here to break up this wedding, and I'm gonna succeed. And everybody's gonna see the real you.
Well, mother-in-law Khaloud, her daughter Fallon, and her son-in-law Steve are here. Now, you just saw them in the A&E real-life series Monster-in-Laws. This airs Monday at 10 if you don't get enough of this today. But apparently things didn't seem to get resolved as far as we can tell.
Nope. Sure didn't.
So what is your agenda? You can't even watch the tape piece without talking. What is it that you're so fired up about?
I think he's a dumbass. He's a loser. He is what he is. He doesn't have a job. My daughter deserves better. Why should she be the breadwinner? She wears the pants in the family. She does the finance. She does everything. A man is supposed to be doing that, not my daughter.
Well, then you shouldn't marry him.
No, I'm glad I didn't marry him, and I don't call him my son-in-law. You guys don't even know. Everybody's clapping, but they don't know the story. You're not living in my shoes. So, seriously, no. Do you have daughters, Dr. Phil?
I'll ask the questions.
Well, it seems like you don't have a daughter. I have one daughter and one loser of a son-in-law. If he's talking about being a nurse for I don't know how many years, then you should have done it by now. You could have been a nurse. And I really don't care what kind of a job he gets.
just to support my daughter. That's all I'm asking. I don't think she should be working.
When you and your husband got married, what did you do? What were you studying for?
I didn't have
What did
to
you do?
work.
Besides
I
being,
did not
I'm sorry,
have
hang
to
on.
work.
Besides being a mall security cop.
Yeah, so?
Not that there's anything
At
wrong
least
with
I
that.
got a
You were
job.
getting your,
At
you were
least
getting
I
your
got a
associate's
job.
degree
And
in
I
law
work
enforcement,
full-time,
correct?
so my
In law
husband could go to
enforcement.
work.
In law enforcement, right?
Fellas, how you doing?
Civil service.
So?
So
So-
what
What are
did
you
your
trying to
husband do?
prove
So
What
to
did
talk
your
to me
husband
for
do
You're
a
when you
still
minute
got
a
married?
loser. You're
What
still
did your
a
husband do
dumbass
when
and
you got
always
married?
will be.
What did your husband do when you
Loser.
got
Sorry
married?
for talking no action.
Answer the
Get
question.
your
When you
degree.
decided
I
to
answered
get
questions
married.
now.
What'd he do?
I'm a female. I
What did
don't
he
have
do?
to work.
And
What
you
did he
got
do?
married to him. Why did you do
What did
that?
he do?
Loser. You're still a loser.
Why did you choose to marry him? That's
Love
okay.
is blind.
We just turned their mics off.
Okay,
Go ahead.
thank you.
Love is blind. You're still doing this way. That's what you are. I can still do hand gestures too.
I decided to marry him because he's my best friend. We've been together for now over 5 years, and he understands me, he respects me, he takes care of me in ways that I don't think she completely understands. It's not about the money. I personally don't.
Okay, I can't wait for you
Mom,
to
let
have
me
kids
finish.
one day.
Let me
Hold on.
finish.
And then you see if you wanna sit home.
I personally don't like to do the cooking or the cleaning and the laundry,
your
and
job.
he does that. It's maybe more of a
It's the least
role
you could do.
reversal, but it works for us. And we're each other's best friend, and I mean, he makes me
You
more
don't
than happy.
tolerate her, obviously.
Yeah, and someone
You have
actually
no
will
choice.
stay in my life
I do
even
have a
after.
choice.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
See what a
Have to deal with
smart ass
her.
he is? This is what I got to deal. He should show me
fine.
respect.
You don't deserve respect.
Yeah, I do deserve respect.
Well, now wait a minute. So you're completely happy with him?
I am so happy with my life and
Yeah, she
everything
hasn't
I
had kids
everything.
yet.
You love him?
I love him to death. We just got married a month and a half ago.
Okay, 6 weeks ago you
Yes.
got married.
She bought her own ring. And she bought her own
And
ring.
what jobs have you held? You've
Yeah,
worked
what
as
jobs,
paramedic?
Steve?
Yeah, paramedic firefighter is what I do. It's what I'm trained in. So.
Yeah.
I did that.
Oh, now you're gonna clap for
a
it?
full-time job.
You what?
Well, you
Is
want to be a
what?
nurse.
How many
you
hours
wanna
a
be
week do you
nurse?
work?
I don't have to work.
Okay.
I don't have, thank God.
But wait,
because
but do
my
you work?
husband
Do you work?
works.
Do you work?
So I work. So what?
Okay.
Part-time when I want to work.
And how much-
I don't
how
have
many
to
hours
work.
a week do you
Oh,
work?
you know what? It's about you, not about me, honey.
Okay.
It's about my daughter.
Well,
That's right. Get that straight.
okay. Well, now you call him names and
He's a
disrespect
dumbass.
him.
This is what it is.
Well,
He hasn't gained my respect. He lies.
well,
He's put-
but hold on a minute. You haven't gained my respect, and I don't call you dumbass.
Well, I'm here. But I'm not a dumbass. I'm not a dumbass. I raised my kids. I did the right thing. They are educated. My husband works full time.
You actually have
Everything's
him
good.
programmed into your cell phone
Sure
as
it
dumbass.
is. Yep. A dumbass. So when he calls me, he'll be dumbass calling. This is it. Because that's what he is.
What are you, two?
No, I'm not too. I'm a mom who's got one daughter, and I'm worried about her. I'm concerned about her when she has kids. What's she gonna do? She's gotta work so his ass can be on the couch enjoying her money and everything else. He doesn't do
You
anything.
can't even spell dumbass right.
Well, that's what he is, a dumbass.
Yeah. You did spell it wrong, by the way.
I know. Well, he's dumb. No, I didn't spell it wrong. I know it's D-U-M-B, but it's dumb ass. That's how I said it.
There's still
So,
a B in
I
there.
know, but that's how I am.
Okay,
At least
but-
I speak different languages.
Okay, but let me ask you something. Are you concerned that you are creating a difficult problem for your daughter?
No.
Are you concerned that while it may not be what you would choose for your daughter, that she's quite happy with her lifestyle and her choice?
Oh, she
and that
is? Because she
is-
complains to me. She calls me and complains. She
Well-
doesn't want to work all the time. She wants to be home. He doesn't have, listen, Dr. Phil, I'm respecting, but listen, her house is hers. Her furniture is hers. Even the 4 dogs are hers. The car, everything is hers. The clothes, everything.
But is
that
it-
suit's probably bought
Okay,
by
wait a minute.
her.
Is it all about money?
It's not about money, but don't you think he should
Okay,
provide for her? For
just
God's
listen,
sake?
I
Why
made
does she
some-
have to work?
I'm-
Why does she have to work full time?
I made some notes.
Oh, I know. I need to wash dishes and clean clothes and cook.
Excuse me. I made some notes out of what we talked to you about. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
not even
6,
enough.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11 out of 20 key statements you made are all about money.
What? You need money to survive. So in order to get money, you got to work.
What do you do at the house if you don't
All right,
work?
hold on.
You cook, you
hold,
clean,
hold
you
on.
do dishes?
Don't help
you
me
do.
yet. Don't help me yet.
I do more than you.
You say he can't support your daughter,
Nope.
that he
He
initially...
needed tires. She had to go and buy them
He
because he didn't have
initially
money.
asked her to co-sign for a ring. He
Yeah.
gave her a small diamond
Really
that he
small,
didn't
you can't
even
hardly
buy.
see it. My daughter deserves better than that.
He didn't help pay for the wedding.
No.
His parents paid $3,000. Big deal.
Big deal it is.
You want an annulment at this point.
I would love to have that. It'll be easier.
She owns everything, house,
She does.
cars. She's paid
She
for
sure
everything.
does.
You called asking my parents to help with their guests.
I shouldn't
Can
have
you
even
pay for
had
your
to
guests?
help.
Okay.
I shouldn't even have
when
to
you
help.
request
Shouldn't even
that
have
my
to call.
parents
Your
help you
parents,
and make
you
a
should
payment
be
on
doing
something,
it.
maybe you should
be
talk to
doing
them
it.
before you
wanted
have
my
a
daughter,
$100
you
plate
should be
wedding.
paying.
How
So
about that?
She deserves that.
You're selfish.
No, I'm not
You're
selfish.
absolutely selfish.
Nope, it's your wedding too. You enjoy
Y'all go
it.
ahead.
I
We're
seen
going
you
to take a
getting
break.
drunk and
Khalid
enjoying
wanted
it.
son-in-law
You
Steve
enjoyed
to
it.
sign a prenup.
Trust
We're going
me.
to see what
If you don't
happened
wanna
about
be
that
married,
when we
my
come back.
daughter,
You manage people by intimidation with the idea that if you talk louder and you talk longer, then you're going to come out the winner. But you've met the old boy with whom that doesn't work, lady. And later, if this woman who has
Your
an
mom.
overt agenda to sabotage and destroy this marriage, if she forces you into a choice, what are you going to do?
My daughter Fallon married a dumbass, a loser. In Thanksgiving, I can't stand this kid, that I actually put, he loves hot chocolate, and I put X-Lax in his hot chocolate. So he had diarrhea all night, which I enjoyed seeing him. So when I get mad or sad or whatever, I always get under his skin so I could show Fallon what kind of a loser she's married.
he needs help. I don't need help.
Well, that was Khalid confessing to sneaking a laxative into her son-in-law Steve's hot chocolate. Now,
With my daughter's help.
Khalid's husband and Fallon's father, Jerry, is here, and you don't like him either?
That's really not true. I love Steve, and, well, I'm giving my perspective.
Okay.
Okay, your perspective is very outspoken. I believe that, to say the least, I believe that that Fallon and Steve really are meant for each other. They are their best friend. However, okay, my perspective is more about my daughter's happiness. That's all I care about, her long-term happiness, not her short-term happiness.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, you know, as is mentioned, she makes a significant amount more money than Steve. And
A lot
so
more.
what that does is they've
That's a
created
significant
a
means.
certain
more.
lifestyle that they're used to and that Fallon's used to. And my concern is when they do decide to have children, Fallon was a dancer her entire life. Steve was a hockey player. So whether they have a boy or a girl, they're going to want to put them in something
not a boy.
that's very expensive and very time-consuming. My concern is once Fallon has a baby and her maternal instincts kick in, is she going to want to be a stay-at-home mom?
Yes,
Whether
she
it's
is.
for 6 months
She
or
sure
a
will.
year. And if so, will Steve's finances be able to sustain
Nope.
the lifestyle that they're used to?
Nope, it won't.
And if not, is that going to cause a problem with Fallon where she's going to resent having to work instead of wanting
she
to
will.
work?
But, okay, but let me ask you something here, and I get where you're going, and thank you for that. It gives me an idea of where you stand in this. But listen, I do have 2 grown children. One's married and the other one's not, and
They're both working, I bet.
they are.
I rest my case.
Steve does work. You can't say he doesn't work, and he works
Not enough.
in a very well. But he's a paramedic firefighter, and it's not his fault that people don't get paid
But
for doing the
but
type
let me
of
ask you
his job
something.
like Fallon gets paid.
And listen, you know, parents know what they want and they know certain things, and I do think I know something about people and relationships. I don't think
That's
as
why
much
I'm
as
here.
I don't think as much as you do, because I don't have as much to say as you have to say. I'll say
I
that.
say the truth.
But you say
It
the
is what
truth
it
as
is.
you see it.
That's what I see.
I'll tell you what you do. You say the truth as you see it, and you manage people by intimidation with the idea that if you talk louder and you talk longer, then you're going to come out the winner. But you've met the old boy with whom that doesn't work, lady.
Well, we'll see.
Because
Let's see.
I just don't buy into that.
We'll see. I'm a mom. I have one daughter.
You're even criticizing his clothes. You said you don't even have
I
on a
wonder
tie.
even you gave it to him. Did you give it to him?
You say you don't even wearing a tie. You have a very legitimate. You have a very legitimate career at this point. And I'll tell you what, when you do what you do, when you work as a paramedic, firefighter,
I'm not questioning
man,
that.
I don't need you very often, but when I do, my life depends on it, and thank you for doing it.
That's right. But still, he's supposed to work for more hours.
But
not 2-3 days.
Don't
Get
act
a job.
like, just because you're on the spot right now, don't act like
I'm not on the
support
spot.
it.
I'm concerned, Dr. Phil.
Let me ask you something.
For God's
If
sake,
you
I
were
know
gonna-
him. You just don't know him.
if you were going to categorize yourself as credible, I'm going to give you some choices. Credible, constructive, rude, loudmouth, and obnoxious. Where would you put yourself?
All of them, if I have to be. I'm outspoken. I'm a generous person. I'm a very good person. But because I'm outspoken, I'm bad, I don't think so.
Do you ever
Shut
keep
up,
your
I'm not
mouth
talking
shut
to you.
long enough
No,
to find out
no,
if you have to
no,
be all
no,
those things?
shut up.
Do
I'm not
you
talking to
think you're actually contributing something here by being obnoxious and rude?
That's the only way I could do it. You know, whoever said no, it's none of your business. You're not living, with me. You don't know anything.
You don't need to worry about them. Just talk to me here.
Well, I can hear it.
Okay.
I can hear it. And you speak up, Fallon, like you speak up to me.
She doesn't need your permission to speak up.
I'm just saying, she's
I'm
acting
conducting this
shy.
interview, and if I need your help, I know exactly where to find you. Okay?
Right next to you.
I got it.
Right.
Now, we'll be right back.
And that's what we both. She thinks just like me. She's just like me. She's a strong person. She might not show it on the show right now.
I wouldn't slam a door that hard.
I'm telling you, she is like me.
Well, I just wonder sometimes if your brain knows what your mouth is saying.
Yeah, I do. Trust me.
And later.
Are you kidding with the audience? Seriously?
Okay, now you've got a problem with the audience?
Well, because they're clapping. They don't even know the whole story.
But they don't need your permission to clap.
Well,
They don't need your permission to clap. If this woman, who has an overt agenda to sabotage and destroy this marriage, if she forces you into a choice, what are you going to do?
She's going to take my side eventually.
No, I won't. This is now my family. This is my family now.
Now, when you're ready to have money and you want money, who are you going to call?
Ready to have money?
We live.
You need money to
live in
survive,
Tennessee.
Stephen. I don't want my daughter to work full time.
We live in Tennessee. You want us to move back to Michigan.
Yes, you will.
So you guys are living in Tennessee right now, and they're in Michigan.
Yes.
Let's see.
Only a phone call away.
Okay, but wait. All right, what's further away than Tennessee? Have you considered?
It's not even funny, really.
Have you
Dr.
considered
Phil.
Puerto Rico?
I know.
Have you considered?
I'll be visiting that place anytime.
But seriously, if you have to understand that as an adult, you make a decision, and you make a commitment, and you either take it seriously and you totally commit to it, and if somebody is attacking that, then they're not being your friend.
Okay, I want to ask my daughter a question, Dr.
And
Phil.
I'm going to let you do that as soon as I'm finished, okay? The minute I'm finished, I'm going to tag you and you can talk.
I just don't want to lose my train of thought.
Okay. Now, my question for you is, if you are seriously committed to this marriage, then you are getting put in a position of having to sever your communications with her, right?
She won't.
I live nine and a half hours away. Yeah.
Phone call away.
So you have to make a decision. If she's trying to sabotage your relationship, it would be disloyal for you to entertain that if you're committed to the marriage. And she seems to think that she dominates your thinking.
I do.
And okay, now I'm ready to talk to you. I'm tagging you in.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
I said, she seems to think that she dominates your thinking, and you said, I do. And you said that with pride.
It's my daughter. She thinks just like me. She's just like me. She's a strong person. She might not show it on the show right now.
I wouldn't slam a door that hard.
I'm telling you, she is like me. One question I want to ask
her. Do you think that it is Do you think that it is a virtue if you dominate your adult daughter's thinking?
No,
Because I
that's not what
said,
I
she
meant.
thinks she dominates your thinking. You said, I do.
Well, I mean, okay.
Well, I just wonder sometimes if your brain knows what your mouth is saying.
I do. Trust me. Listen, I want to ask you one question.
How do you do this?
Question? May I
Yes,
ask one question?
please.
Thank you. Honest question, okay? When you're ready to have a family, you want to work the rest of your life. I want an answer right away.
I won't know until I have a family.
But I know you better because you've complained to me about it. Because this dumbass is.
I got my college education.
Yeah, you got it. I paid for it.
I work.
You didn't teach her how to do anything around the house.
Oh, I
which,
did.
Again,
but why
you
would she
encouraged.
learn anything? She's got to work.
Why would she learn
does the
anything?
finance.
She's supposed to be
She's
the
aware of the
stay-at-home
fans
mom.
and the
Why
family.
would she learn how to
you
take
should
care
be
of the house?
cooking, cleaning, picking
I
up
do.
dog, everything, because that's all you're about to do. That's all you do. Work 2 days a week. And she's got to work 5 to 6 days a week full time.
You know,
Are you
I know
kidding
one thing
me?
that could quiet
Seriously.
this down, Dr.
Are
Phil.
you kidding me?
One thing could quiet this down.
Let me tell you,
Exactly.
If it's not
listen,
this,
I've been
it's
doing this for
something
35 years. He could become Mother Teresa and it wouldn't muzzle her.
No, I think it would.
Wait a minute. I've been living with her for 30 years, and she is not this passionate about anything. She's
Nope.
passionate about her children.
I have one
and
daughter
she has a
and one
concern,
son.
and what she is expressing is something obnoxious about something she's terribly concerned about, and that's
I
if
see my daughter
when she has
tired, everything
children,
else. That's
will
ridiculous.
these two be able to survive it?
No.
That's her passion. That's what she's worried about. And what she's doing, she's explaining it in an obnoxious way.
And look
okay?
at his smirk
That's
on his
what
face.
it's all
He
about.
thinks it's a joke, Dr. Phil. Seriously.
So
I think
anything
you're
other
a
than
joke.
Look
that,
at him. See?
that would resolve this. It wouldn't
See?
be
That's
here.
what I've got to put up with. Ask him what he
It
calls
wouldn't
me.
resolve it.
So
It
you're
wouldn't
a,
resolve it.
so you're
I'm
a
his
victim
mother-in-law.
here.
Yes. Well, not really. She's a victim.
All right.
She's a victim.
We're going to take a break because my ears
Oh,
need
my
one.
God. Seriously.
All right, next we're going to talk about what made Steve cry and collude laugh with glee. We're going to find out when we come back.
40% of the women that work are the
Why
breadwinners.
should they be? A man should have to go out and get a job.
But see, but
That's a
Dr.
man's
Phil,
job.
The loneliness is the core issue here, not Steve.
And later, now I'm going to talk to her, and if I have to take you off the stage to do it, I will.
You're here to help us out. Why would you take me out?
It's your choice.
There is a lot of conflict around this wedding. I have 2 items here. One is obviously a bouquet of flowers, and one is a prenup. I want you to hold that. Tell Fallon and Steve what that represents to you.
I feel this bouquet represents a wedding that I feel like Stephen is stealing my only daughter away, my best friend.
Clue, the other item I have here is the magical prenup that you drew up. What I need to know now is which one of these items you're going to throw into that fire.
It's a hard to make.
Okay, did you force these guys to sign a prenup?
Yep.
So you did.
Tried.
An attempt.
Did you sign one?
No.
So she didn't force you to sign one.
I tried.
She tried to force you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God. Are
Now,
you kidding?
one-
Are you kidding with the audience? Seriously?
Okay,
my
now
God.
you've got a problem with the audience?
Well, because they're clapping. They don't even know the whole story.
But they don't
I
need your
look like the
permission
bitch.
to clap.
Well,
They
I'm
don't
just
need
saying.
your permission to clap. All right, one huge source of contention before the wedding was Steve's car. Take a look.
Oh.
This is what I want sold. His baby, this piece of
We're supposed to pay for some things for the wedding. He hasn't paid anything yet, and I feel like if he sold this, it would just take care of it.
Thank you.
Are you willing to sell this car?
No.
I rest my case. He will sell the car, jackass.
If he were to sacrifice that car, would that mean a lot to you?
Yeah, I see something that you don't even use, so why not just sell it and get money for it? Because I don't want to be the only one paying for the wedding.
Steve, why is this getting you so riled up, this car? I mean, you're shaking right now. You're getting pissed.
Sacrificing that isn't about our relationship. It's about pleasing that woman.
No, it's about my daughter.
Is that car more important than her?
Yep.
But that is a car that I had to work very hard to find.
The tow truck is on its way right now, and I have a buyer.
Oh.
There he is right there. Take a look.
Oh my God.
Be mad at me.
Seriousness? I'm not selling the car.
That's it. It's a car versus my daughter.
It's not a car versus your daughter. You're
Yes,
trying
it
to
is.
make it a car
Yes,
versus
it
your
is.
daughter. That's
Yes,
what you don't
it
seem
is.
to understand.
It's a car versus my daughter.
You just need to her the away from you. Can you move over here, please?
You're gonna go hug it?
Are you gonna let the tow truck take it or not?
Sell the car. Could have sold it and made money for the wedding.
Well,
Maybe you're
okay, look, Mel Robbins is here, and she's one of the relationship coaches on the A&E series, Monster-in-Laws. And Mel has some thoughts about that and about this.
Yes. When I look at Khulud, I don't laugh at her. I'm not annoyed with her. You know what I feel? Pity. Because I think she's incredibly lonely. And her life...
I'm not lonely.
Yes, you are.
I don't think so.
Your
'Cause you
life
don't know me
was,
personally.
your daughter was the
You do not know me
center of your
personally.
universe. You've
I
said
have
it
a son,
100
too, at
times.
home.
You want
I
her to
have a
move
son.
back to Michigan, and it kills you.
'Cause
That
I need
she's,
to
it
protect her.
kills you.
I need to
that
protect
she's
her.
living. You need to protect her, right? From what? From pain.
He's not doing what
No,
he's supposed
the reason
to
why
do.
you're mad at him, and this is
I don't
really
want my
why
daughter
we want
to
you to
work
talk
the
to them,
rest of her
Dr.
life.
Phil. We need you.
No, I'm
Because
listen,
here's
you
the
know.
problem. Everybody in America is suffering right now, and your
There's
daughter's
jobs
happy.
for America. There's McDonald's. Go get a job at McDonald's.
But listen, what we all want for our kids is for them to be happy and loved, and your
Yes.
daughter has both.
Does she really?
Why are you
Does she
trying
really?
to decide it?
Does she
And the
really?
other thing,
Does she?
the other thing that I want you to understand is that we live in a very different moment in time. The majority of married couples are dual earner income households, and 40% of
I
women
agree
that
with
work
that.
are the breadwinners for their household.
Who?
40% of the women that work are the
Why
breadwinners.
should they be? A man should have to go out and get a job.
But see, but
That's a
Dr.
man's
Phil,
job.
the
All right, hold on.
loneliness
Not
is
a
the core
female.
issue here,
No,
not Steve.
I get it, and we're going to take a break. When we come back, I'm going to talk to the person that I really, really want to talk to, and that's Fallon. She's the key here. We'll be right back. Well, I'm here with Khulud and her husband, Jerry. They're the parents of Fallon, who is in a 6-week marriage to Steve. Fallon, here's my question for you. You are a beautiful young woman.
Yep.
And you're intelligent, you're articulate, you're educated, all of these things. So I know in this world, you, I'm certain, have had lots of options to date and people that you could pursue. Why did you pick this guy?
Because she controls him.
You're not a ventriloquist, okay? And let me tell you,
Controls
you are, whether you realize it or not, and maybe you'll watch this when you get home, you are so insulting to your daughter
No.
when you
I
open
do
your
everything
mouth
for her.
when I'm talking to her.
I do everything.
You're so insulting. Now, I'm going to talk to her, and if I have to take you off the stage to do it, I will. And so it's your choice. But Fallon, I do want to talk to you because while she may not respect your ability to make choices, I do. Are you in love with him?
Yeah.
Think he's pretty cute?
I think.
And it's you know, I acknowledge the fact that Fallon makes more money than me, but it's not something that A, I don't take advantage of it,
Yeah, you
and
do.
B, it's not something that I
Yeah, you do.
really push for. Anything in life that we have that Fallon that's nice. I mean, is above and beyond my means. I mean, it's there because Fallon wants it. I don't want the house. I don't want
Yeah,
a
right.
damn
But you're
Mercedes.
enjoying
I
it.
don't want
You're
all
Yeah,
this
enjoying
crap.
it.
talk to me. Don't get sucked into the abyss. Just talk to me.
Well, it's just everything we have. I mean, Fallon was raised in a environment where it's a higher standard of living. It's not the way I was raised, but you know, anytime, we could live out of a cardboard box. I don't care.
Then why don't you?
You know, well, why don't we? I don't know.
Because I wouldn't want to.
Go ahead.
She
Talk
wouldn't want-
to me.
I mean,
Talk
she-
to me. Talk to me.
Fallon
Talk to
wouldn't
me.
want to. It's you know, everything that's really nice and above and beyond our bare necessity means is there not out of, you know, like necessity from my part, but out of she enjoys stuff like that.
Despite the fact that she has what I think is an atrocious methodology, you have to understand that she and Jerry both legitimately want the best for their daughter.
Thank you.
I mean, what she's desiring, I think, is very admirable. It's just that she goes about it in a way that simply isn't motivating.
You make me sound like I'm evil and bad. I'm a mom of one daughter. I'm not evil.
But Kalud, in your mind, you're not. But if you heard, and you got to watch the show, because when you hear how you're approaching it, it's wrong.
Because have I not spoken to him nicely? Wait, I'm not talking to you, please. Please, I
No,
said,
see-
please. I'm not talking, but I said, have I not spoken to him nicely and told him to go in and get an education,
I know, but
to go where to go to college and everything? I tried to help you out.
Constantly
I tried
bashing
to help
him
you out.
is not going to help, because you know what?
Because nothing else works.
Like I said,
Okay.
Steve's a smart guy, and they will work things out.
When?
But what
When it's
Dr.
too
Phil's
late.
talking about is exactly what they need to do. They need to plan, because they can be
If
successful.
you guys would ask if we had a plan.
I've helped you.
Please. If you would ask if we had a plan, you would actually find out that we do.
No, you don't.
Yeah. Do
What
we?
is a
Well,
plan?
no, wait
What
a
is
minute,
a
wait a
plan?
minute. They do not owe you an explanation. They may choose
just asked
to
me a
share
question.
with one.
You just asked me
They
a
may
question.
choose to share with one, and maybe they will. We're going to take a break.
Will
We'll be
you
right
share
back.
that with us?
I'm here with Kalud, Jerry, Fallon, and Steve. And if you've been watching, you can turn the volume back up, because I'm gonna talk for a minute. And you know, as strange as it may seem, I actually like this woman. You know, really, I love her spunk and her spirit. I think what you want for your daughter is what any mother would want for their daughter.
Thank you.
Okay?
That's all I'm asking.
Okay, good. Then you've got it covered.
Not yet.
But I think, but really, and any father, they want their daughter. They want you to be secure and safe, and
Not to be
look,
used.
if you really love your children, it's hard to think that anybody could be good enough for them. When I showed up at Robin's front door the first time, she was 19 and I was 22 and looked 40. And, you know, her parents were like, who is this man? I mean, why are you going out with this old guy? We were only 3 years different, but so I understood I wasn't good enough for them. But, you know, it worked out all right. But you've got to understand that they have a legitimate concern. I just think that they, heavy emphasis on Kalud, have a problem with boundaries. Because once you become an adult and you make your own family, then you become an influencer, not a controller. And that's tough. You know, when your kids turn like 18 and 21, you can no longer say, do this. You have to say, I hope you'll do this. Let me kind of pave the way for you to do this and hope that you'll go that direction. And I think that you've got to give, these kids have been married for 6 weeks. And
yeah, but she's known him for so many years.
Yeah,
He's been talking about it.
yeah,
Dr. Phil,
I get
can't
it.
you just go and work?
Okay, let me tell you,
I mean,
if I
honestly,
thought,
I don't get it.
listen, if I thought for a minute that him going and getting a nurse's degree would shut you up,
McDonald's even.
then I
don't
would,
care what job.
But there's more to it than that. It's okay to want what you want. It is not okay for you to disrespect another human being in the way that you disrespect
He disrespects
him.
me. Ask him what he calls me. I'm his mother-in-law. Ask him what he calls me.
Look, we have FCC violations that we have to consider here.
No, he calls me by my first name.
And if he told me
So he
what he
deserves to be called
thought, if he
dumbass.
told me what he thought about you,
Oh, he
we
better
would
not.
have fines out the kazoo. I have no doubt.
There's nothing wrong with me.
Because you've earned it.
No.
But what I'm saying is, look, I'm appealing to your greed here. Listen, I'm appealing to your greed. Do what works. You don't set the schedule and the agenda.
5 years?
It
Are you kidding
isn't
me?
your life, it's yours. And you're
5
comfortable
years.
with where you are, right?
I'm very comfortable.
But that doesn't mean that y'all don't have goals.
Right.
What
And
are they?
I'm
sorry.
Hey, she said she's sorry.
Yeah, that's a breakthrough right there.
That's a breakthrough. I think it's the monumental.
Yeah, I'll put that in a loop on video and send it to you, and you can play it. I'm sorry. Do you guys have a plan for kind of evolving your lives and your careers?
We do, absolutely.
Okay, and you don't need to explain it to us right now.
Yeah, he
it's
does,
okay.
please.
But
I like to hear it.
do you have a plan, and are you looking to change your career and do some different things?
The career change is unfortunately, a nurse, probably makes almost double what a paramedic does, but without getting into that too deeply. I guess it'd be more of just a step up. I don't want to quit what I'm doing. What I do, I love what I do. It's, the luxury, it's a give and take. You have this great job, you get to help people. The pay is horrible, but you only work 9 days a month on a 24-hour shift schedule. So the other, 21 days are there for a job and for a second job, and that's what most firefighters do is have second jobs so that they can help provide for their family.
So why don't you?
He and I are talking right now, and you're just kind of a fly on the wall.
I checked. There's no off button.
A really big mouth on the fly, but you're a fly on the wall. But aren't you hearing some things you want to know?
I
do. Okay, then let's continue.
But we've discussed our plans, and again, we're where we are now. We can afford it, and I give credit for her completely. I mean, but if we could do it again, we wouldn't have such a large house, so we could cut the mortgage down. We would regroup our lifestyle based upon a more reasonable income.
Well, and you can make some adjustments. I mean, you're just 6 weeks into this, right?
Yeah.
Nothing's set in stone, but hear this. The difference between a dream and a goal is a timeline and an action plan. Because someday is not a day of the week. You can look on the calendar, it doesn't say someday. It says Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then there's January through December, and then there's next year, and there's next year. What makes a dream into a goal is that you say, by a certain date, I'm going to have step 1 done. By a certain date, I'm going to have step 2 done. And pretty soon, days turn into weeks, weeks turn into months, and then all of a sudden, those steps accumulate into the goal that you wanted. And y'all need to work on that. You don't have to be in a panic about it. And it's not somebody else's agenda or yardstick. And, I'm really sorry that even when I think what I'm having is a good, constructive conversation with him, that even during there, you need to try to undercut him while I'm talking about it.
Because I've tried talking to him. My husband's tried. Don't shake your head. Please don't. No. I've been talking nice about it.
But based on results, it isn't working, is it?
No,
so
because
that
he's
means
lazy.
that you are incompetent.
He's lazy. No, he's lazy.
As far as you, as a life manager for him, you don't know
I
doodly
really don't
squat.
care about him. I worry about my daughter.
Okay, well, she does care about him. So if you love her,
And I do.
then you're going to find a way to be okay with him. And you've got to
you know
understand.
What? If she's going to be used to living the life that she's living, then that's fine. But don't come back and cry.
You know what?
That's all we're concerned about.
That's Fallon's decision.
I know she's not going to be happy when she has kids because she said she wants to stay
You don't
home.
know that.
But I'll tell
That's
you
what
what.
she says.
You don't know that.
But I'll tell you
That's what she tells me, so I don't know.
I've got family and all, and I've always said, you can call me a sumbitch, but you're going to do it long distance. Because
Do you want to move back, Fallon?
I'm not going to be around people that try to derogate me or my wife. I just would never be around people like that. You need to be around people that love you and support you, and if they don't, then they need to be
But we do.
on the not list.
Dr. Phil, we do support her.
Okay? And that's up to you, because here's the thing. When there's trouble in a marriage with in-laws, it's your job to handle your people. It's your job to handle your people. And your people are out of control. And it's your job to go along. All right, we'll be right back. Check out A&E Network's real-life series, Monsters-in-Laws, every Monday at 10 p.m. It's on A&E every Monday at 10 p.m. In fact, last night, the episode with Khulud and her brood aired. Thanks to all of my guests today. Mel Robbins, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Mel, by the way, is a best-selling author, and she's a relationship coach, and everyone in the audience is going home with a copy of Mel's book that... The title of her book is Stop Saying You're Fine. You will love this. Thanks for being here. So long. Thanks,